Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a long overdue update on my pregnancy. Ooh, my lips is chapped. Let me retouch up these lips and we're gonna get right into this update, but these lips need to be touched up. Okay, so like I said, it's been long overdue. I've been gone for a month and haven't updated on this pregnancy thing. I know some of you guys probably wondering, like, did she have a baby? No, she's still here, you guys. She's still on my stomach. She's still baking, still growing, healthy and strong. But I need to catch you guys up because a lot has happened within a month. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna rewind just a little bit because I'm currently 38 weeks and like 2 days as we speak, as I'm filming this video right now. But no, am I 30? I think I'm 37 weeks. No, I'm 37 weeks. I don't know. I'm just gonna give you guys an update from 34 to 36 weeks because I'm like right in the middle of 37 and 38 weeks as we speak right now. So it's kind of hard for me to give you guys a full update on the 37 weeks and on the 38 because I'm like right in the middle of transitioning to 38 weeks. So we're gonna skip 37, 38. I'll be back next week to give you guys an update on that. But let's focus and rewind, and I'm gonna give you guys a recap of what happened between 34, 35, and 36 weeks of pregnancy. Okay, you guys can hear it in my voice. I am so winded. Like, I'm gonna talk slow as possible because I feel like is what helped me a little bit more on communicating or talking to anybody, is because if I seem to talk a little bit fast, like I just feel like I just ran a marathon. So I'm out of breath. So let's do this in baby steps. All right, so rewinding back for 34 weeks. So 34 weeks, baby is the size of a cantaloupe, which is, in my opinion, not so big. And they roughly are around 4 pounds around that time, depending on your body shape and what you eat. Baby, maybe 4 pounds, maybe less, maybe more. We're all different when it comes to our pregnancy. Also, what I noticed within myself with 34 weeks of pregnancy is that everything that happened in the beginning of my pregnancy went right back. So like in the beginning of my pregnancy, I got a lot of the nauseous feeling and extra heartburn and very teasy, very sleepy and stuff like that. Like I felt really like lazy basically. And then when second trimester came, I was back to myself. I had energy, I was feeling good. And then when third trimester came, I was still feeling good. I was like, ooh, it's not gonna hit me, because everybody was like, third trimester is horrible. I just thought the pains and all that I was going through, that you guys have heard me talk about, was what I was going through. No. 34 weeks hit me, you guys, and everything that I experienced in the beginning of the pregnancy happened all over again. It's like my energy went from here to completely down. It felt even more worse this time around. It's because, you know, I'm further along in the pregnancy and I'm more bigger. Baby's more active, baby is bigger, more weight on myself, and then my energy is just, it went away. So that's why I was gone for so long, because I didn't think I was going to come back and give you guys an update. I didn't feel like my energy was going to come back. It's still not here, but I just feel like for me, 34 weeks is when it fully kicked in, and I felt that third trimester, like I didn't have any energy to do anything. I neglected myself completely. I didn't beautify myself. Of course, I still took a shower and all that, but when it came to just anything, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to go to work. It was hard for me to be a mom to my oldest. It was hard for me to be a girlfriend to my boyfriend. Like, it was just like, it was so hard, and I was so freaking cranky. I was a capital B on 34 weeks, you guys. B-I-T-C-H. I was just not here for it at all. That's all that I can remember that was like the big deal for 34 weeks. Nothing really big and dramatic like happened and changes in my pregnancy, just the fact that my energy went down, and that was that. So fast forward to 35 weeks now. 35 weeks, this is where it got a little bit exciting, because this is where when I went to the doctors, I was going for my second every 2-week visit is what I was at. But he told me that day when I did see him that I was going to start seeing him every week. He said, every week I'm going to be seen by him. And I was like, every week? Are we at this point already? And he was like, yeah. So every week I'm going to be seeing my doctor. So when I went to go see him, at 35 weeks. He checked me, and I told him I was experiencing some cramping and stuff like that. And I told him I wasn't sure if there were contractions. Like, I don't know what contractions feel like. Like, I get so many myths and, you know, stories about, oh, it feels like period cramps. Oh, it feels like you gotta poop, or feel tightening in your stomach. Like, it's so many ways of describing cramps or Braxton Hicks or anything like that. It's very confusing, and it's still confusing to myself, even though I had a child already. But I got induced with her, so I didn't experience all that. I kind of cheated with her, so I don't remember. That was 8 years ago, so all this is all new to me. So I was curious, and I was asking him all these questions, and he was like, well, let's see if you're dilated or anything. So he checked me down there, and let me tell you guys, that is the most painful shit ever. Ever. I mean, like, ever. I'm not talking about when he just take his little hand and check and see how down. No, I swear, I felt his hand all the way to his elbow was in my vacuda, you know? And it was so uncomfortable. I really felt like I just got touched inappropriately, and I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't never experience that. I don't remember that with Lyric, and I was just like, oh my God, it was just so painful, like to the point like I never wanted him to check me again after that. But it was the most uncomfortable feeling. It was just, basically I told myself, and I told him, I said, if it hurts just by you doing that, I know damn well I'm going to be getting an epidural, because that is the worst feeling ever, of you forcing your, basically half of your arm inside my vacuda just to check to see how far along I'm dilated. But anywho, after he checked all that, he did come to the conclusion I was only dilated to 1 centimeter, which is the beginning of the stage, which is nothing in my opinion. So I was kind of excited, very uncomfortable, painful, but I was excited because I was like, okay, does that mean I'm gonna have her quickly? Like, is it gonna be speeding up, whatever? But he was like, well, basically the cramping and stuff that you feel is because your body is getting in the process of having a baby. So after that happened, I kid you guys not, I think my doctor's appointment was a Tuesday. So about 4 days after my doctor's visit, I was at home. I was watching TV or something. I was experiencing my cramping again, like really, really bad. I think it was like a Friday. It was like a Friday or Saturday. I know I was off of work, and I was experiencing a lot of cramping, and I kept telling myself, oh my gosh. In my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, she already told me that I was dilated at 1. Now I'm probably at like a 4 or 5 right now. Like, the baby is about to come. She's early. I'm only 35 weeks. Like, what am I going to do? She's still considered, you know, premature. I mean, although she would still, you know, be able to survive and all that. But I was like, she's still not full term yet. So I was freaking out and everything, because I was really experiencing cramping and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, just like later on that day, I went to the bathroom, and you guys, oh, TMI, I know it's TMI, but I'm sharing my pregnancy experience with you guys. Y'all, my mucus plug came out, and it is the most disgusting thing ever. Like, if you guys have never heard of mucus plug or never seen it, you guys can pretty much Google. I think I Google everything about my pregnancy, but it's exactly what it sounds like. A mucus plug. Like, it's looks like mucus, and I mean a thick mucus, like blob, of just like, it was just so nasty. Like, I was disgusted by it, and it freaked me out, because when I, you know, used the bathroom wiped, I wasn't expecting to see that. So when I wiped, I was like, what the fuck? It freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, did this just come out of me? And I remember, you know, my mucus plug with Lyric, but with her, mine's came out in the shower, and I remember that it was not as thick, but it did have a little bit of blood in it with her. And this time, it was just completely like almost yellow, but mainly clear, but it was so freaking thick. Like, it almost covered the whole entire tissue. It just looked like a blob of like old grease that was in a skillet, and then just threw it on there with a little bit of, what's that stuff the kids play with, the slime. It was just nasty. But I TMI, but I had to save it because I was lost for words. Robert wasn't home at the time. I think he had went to the store or something, so I had to save it on a piece of napkin for him. because I was telling him I was freaking out, and he was like, well, do we need to go to the doctor, blah blah blah. I was like, I don't know. So I called my mom, and she started asking questions. Oh, you need to call the hospital, you need to tell them that your mucus plug came out because you're too early, and you're dilated. It was just so much going on. I freaked out, but because it was late and I was like, you know what, I'm fine. If I feel any more cramping or anything like that, I will just go to the doctor. But I was like, until then, I'm just gonna just roll with it. So after he came home, I showed him what it looked like. Of course, he was very disgusted by it, but he Googled as well. He's been very helpful with me about this. But we both was Googling, and it looked identical to what you seen online. And basically what they were saying on there is that usually when your mucus plug come out, usually it takes about 1 to 2 weeks is when you're going to start dilating even more or going into labor. So it says on the internet. So I was like, okay, I got 2 weeks. I'll give it 2 weeks after this, and let's see. So my prediction is that she'll be here around 37 weeks. Hopefully, we'll see. But from the app, for 35 weeks, baby is the size of a honeydew melon, which is a little bit bigger than an actual cantaloupe. And baby is still roughly around like 4 pounds around this time. So not a big difference has happened in the baby size sake. But for my weight wise, this is where I started to pick up more weight. I started at 170, 175 before I found out I was pregnant. And I believe when I was 35 weeks, I got weighed in, I was 196. So I did gain some pounds, but I didn't gain as much as I did with Lyric in my pregnancy. I think I've gained a total of 56 pounds when I was pregnant with her, but I was also more skinnier back then than I am now. So I feel like I'm still in the same boat, but also what the doctor is referring and saying is that I'm carrying a lot more of baby weight than actual gaining weight. So meaning he's saying that the baby is basically, in his opinion, it's going to be bigger than Lyric. Lyric was only 6 pounds and I believe 10 ounces was her weight. So he's giving me a rough draft of baby might be about 7 to 8 pounds this time around. And I believe she might be a little bit around 8 to 9 pounds, because I do feel a difference in this baby, like I really do. But not only that, being that they had different fathers, I feel like this baby for sure, she's extremely tall like her dad. So I'm carrying more height with this baby. So she's extremely long, and she's hit me in places that I ain't never been hit before. That is hurt the hell out of me. So now we are going to move forward to 36 weeks. Going off the app, it says the baby is the size of a head of a romaine lettuce. To me, that's not really big, but I guess if you're thinking about the length of it, of the lettuce, it's kind of sort of long. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of sort of long. And at this time, baby should be almost 5 to 6 pounds at this time. Everybody's different. So being down 36 weeks, baby should be around 5 to 6 pounds. To me, that's big, especially if the doctors are expecting women to go for 40 weeks and she's already 6 pounds at the most right now. It's kind of scary, because it's like, this is how women, you know, end up going into labor with 10 pounds baby, and I don't want to do that. Like, God forbid. I'm praying, of course, and I'm very thankful. I do want a healthy baby, but I just don't want to push no 10-pound baby out. Like, I just feel myself, I feel like my body would never be the same at all. But if she's like 6 pounds now, it's kind of like wow. So she can come out now, like she's cool, like she's a good size. She survived a bowl at this time, but it's scary when you think like, okay, I got 4 more weeks left and baby can be around like 6 pounds. It's like, damn, wow. So okay, 36 weeks update symptoms. Let's see. So when I went back to the doctor, he checked me again. It didn't get any better, although I kind of assumed and expected what to feel. It still didn't prepare me for what he did and what I felt at all. at all. But I was dilated to 1.5. He said roughly 2 centimeters. So I didn't really do anything And I also gave him an update about my mucus plug coming out. He said it was fine. It was nothing to worry about. But my concern was that everybody was freaking me out about is that people were saying like, oh, that's supposed to be a protection to keep baby safe from bacteria and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. But he was saying basically at this point, I'm fine. And he even told me that the mucus plug can grow back. And I did not know that. I was like, wait, it can spit out and grow back? Like, what the hell? Like, this vagina thing, it does a lot of remixing. Like, it's like its own little mind down there. Like, when the Lord above created this for us to carry, you know, babies, he was really thinking like the things you can think that your body does as for female is just amazing. Like, it just think about that. It can spit out a mucus plug and then grow it back. Like, your vagina can grow back a mucus plug after spitting it out. It got a cold down there. Like, it can sneeze out some cold and get a cold all over again and sneeze out some more I can't. I can't. But nothing else was really big to tell me about. But we did talk about him inducing me. So he said we would talk about it more when I'm 38 weeks. He said the most sooner he can induce me is 39 weeks. So I told him, I said, well, here's the deal. I said, when I come to my 38 weeks visit, and if she's not here, we can talk about getting induced for 39 weeks. He said he agreed, that's fine and dandy. So that's my prediction. That's where I'm at right now. So as you guys can see, she still ain't here. I'm in a transition of going into my 38 weeks, and baby girl is still in my stomach and stuff like that. But let's see what else happened for 36 weeks before I skip over in this video. Nothing else drastic has changed within those 3 weeks. Pretty much everything is the same. The cramping has still been kicking in. It's the same. Like, not to the point where I have to go to the hospital or anything like that. Also, I've been noticing my face. That's why my face is beating snatch right now, honey, y'all. But my complexion has completely done a 360. You guys can probably tell in my neck right now. Like, this is not my normal color. Like, it's really, really, really dark. Like, I have a really dark, like, line ring going around my neck. And then when my foundation, my makeup is off, I have the same dark spots, like, right here around my cheek area. And then I'm also starting to break out on this side of my cheek. I washed my face and everything, so I don't know what's going on. I think it's just part of the pregnancy. My nose is still spreading wide because of the pregnancy. My lips still look swollen and juicy. Yeah. What else? I'm still getting moles around my body. Like, I'm getting random moles. Like, now I'm noticing on my feet, which is weird. Just like, I hope these are going to go away, because if they're here to stay, like, I just got moles everywhere, and I'm not here for the moles. I'm not. They're not cute. They're no, honey, no. What else? Of course I have stretch marks. I had stretch marks with Lyric, so they didn't go away. So my stretch marks is here, especially now because my stomach is way bigger than what it was with Lyric. And I'm gonna do a comparison picture. I'm probably gonna do it like next week. I'm gonna compare when I get close to 37 weeks. I'm gonna do a comparison picture where, you know, with Lyric and where I'm at now. But I know for sure my belly wise is way bigger than what it was with Lyric. Although people look at me and they say that I don't look like I gained anything, but in my opinion, I'm like, I did. I'm like, I can't fit anything. Even all of my maternity clothes that I have, like, I'm starting to not fit them, and I refuse to buy any more maternity clothes at this point, because I'm almost done. I got 4 more weeks. It doesn't make sense for me to buy any more maternity clothes when I'm about to be done, because when I have this baby, y'all, I'm about to get this body back in shape. Snatch, honey, yes. So she's not trying to get comfortable and keep buying maternity clothes and all that. No, we're not here for that. No. I'm here for the summer crop tops and all that, but I doubt I'll be in that transition when it comes to summertime. But I'm just not in the mood to buy any more maternity clothes. It just doesn't make sense. Oh, and another thing that I've been noticing with the pregnancy thing, because I'm seeing it right now as we speak, I have been extremely oily when it comes to my face. And it's not my makeup. For a minute it was throwing me off because I'm doing like makeup reviews and stuff on my different brands and stuff like that, saying, oh, I don't like this product because it made me oily here. And then I realized even the stuff that I was using before I got pregnant, or before I was pregnant, they're having the same reaction as my new products. And what it is that I am getting oily around my nose and like right here in my smile line and my chin, like. And I keep touching up my makeup. I don't care how much powder I put even powder underneath my foundation. Like before I even put my foundation on, I'm putting powder on, but I'm still getting oily, and it's just right here. And you guys can see it's just the moment I put on my makeup, it's just like it's like somebody took some baby oil and just sprinkled it right there. Like even when I'm not wearing makeup and I'm just, you know, chilling at the house, even my boyfriend, he be like, babe, like, you like extra oily. He go take a stuff. He's like, dang, you like extra shine bright like a diamond right here. And I'm just like, I know. I'm like, I can't control this. Like, it's just, I know it's part of the pregnancy, but I don't know why it's making me oily. Like, I don't know. Like, I take care of my skin. Like I told you guys, I'm washing my face. I'm using the same products as I did before I got pregnant. I'm actually using a little bit more better products this time around because I'm using products that's going to be safe for the baby, because you got to be aware of all that stuff that you put on your body. It still can play an effect on the baby, even that you just, you know, put intention on your face. It can still have some kind of effect on the baby. So you still got to be careful and cautious on what products and stuff that you guys put in your face, because it was certain things I was like, oh, I could still use the same skincare, blah 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 blah. But you basically got to be more organic and natural when it comes to everything, like medication, makeup, hair care, everything. Like, you got to be very cautious, because everything that you do to the outside of your body can have an effect on the baby. Just like the smallest things. Like, some people think like getting your nails done has an effect on the baby. So I don't get my nails done that often. I really try to keep the same polish on for about 3 weeks is when so I'm basically getting my nails done only once a month. So I keep the same polish on for like 3 weeks, so that way I'm not getting my nails done so often. But usually when I do get my nails done, and if I wasn't pregnant, I would probably get my nails done like every 1.5 weeks, because I like to change my polish up a lot. But I cut that down because I didn't want to, you know, harm the baby or anything like that. So I'm very cautious on that. And I know certain makeup products, I do look at the chemicals and the ingredients and stuff like that, what's in it, just to make sure that it's nothing that's going to harm the baby. So even like on my skincare stuff, like I'm very cautious with that. So I don't know, you guys, I'm just trying to get rid of this oiliness, but I don't think it's going to go away. Just like my dark spots, it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away until the baby comes. So she's like taking all my beauty away from me. So she better come out looking fine as wine. I'm telling you guys, because she's taking all of my natural beauty away. And I know girls usually do that, but I'm just like, damn, like she hit me like real hard. But that's pretty much all that I can remember for 34, 35, 36 weeks of pregnant. And like I said, I'll come back next week and give you guys an update on 37 and 38. That way I would be completely caught up with everything. Yeah, so I guess it's time for me to show you guys my belly. And let me warn you guys, my belly is humongous. It looks like I'm carrying twins right now, because everybody see me like, oh, you look like you're ready to pop. How many babies are you carrying? I'm like, that's a rude question to ask somebody. First of all, never ask a woman how many babies is she's carrying, ever. That is like the rudest thing to ever say to a pregnant woman. And I even think like, oh my gosh, you look like you get ready to pop. It's kind of rude too, because it's like, what happens if I'm not ready to pop? You're telling me that I look extremely big and fat, right? Yeah, so it's just, some people don't know how to talk to pregnant women. And I'm at the point where I'm just highly annoyed. I'm ready to be off of maternity leave from work, because I don't have the patience. And it's just, I know I'm not myself right now. I know I've been extremely cranky, extremely rude, irritated, and it's because I'm over everything. Like, I'm extra tired, I'm out of breath, everything aches. Like, everything aches, like seriously. And I'm not getting the proper sleep because, you know, I got this big old belly that I'm carrying. So people just need to be a little bit more understandable. Well, sometimes they can't and they get in their feelings, but people just need to get a little bit more understandable. Like, Nisha will go back to being happy Nisha after baby girl's all out. Like, I'm dealing with two female personalities. You got to think about that. Females, we're already naturally emotional creatures, is what they call us, and it's the truth. So being that I'm carrying another female with her own personality is making my own personality switch. You know, I'm balancing two personalities, like, more like 6 personalities. Because I say I naturally already have 3 on my own, but now carrying a girl, she got her 3. So I'm balancing like 6 different personalities. So I do have my mood swings. So people just need to be a little bit more nicer and gentle with me. And I promise that I'll be back to normal after I have baby girl, okay? So let's just show you guys this belly of mine. So I do have on pajama bottoms, so ignore that. But this is my sweater. This is not a maternity sweater, so it does look a little snug, but this is what baby is looking like. Belly is extremely big. Like I said, it's sitting up high. I don't think my stomach has dropped at all. At all, at all. And I know it's hard for you guys to see in this sweater. I do apologize. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. Same old, same old. So as you guys can see, I don't think, in my opinion, I do not think my stomach has dropped. Like, I really do not feel she has dropped at all. Some people look at me and say that I've dropped, but I think they're just saying that because they're tired of seeing me pregnant, like I was saying. But going off my clothes and stuff that I'm wearing, she's still sitting up high. I would like for her to come at 37, 38 weeks of pregnancy, but I don't think she's going to. Like, I really don't. I want her to, but I just feel like she's gonna be a little bit stubborn like my Otis. I had to get induced. I got induced when I was, I think, 38 or 39 weeks of pregnancy. I think I was 39 weeks. It's because she didn't want to come out. Mucus Plug did the same thing, came out nothing, but I'm hoping and praying for a difference this time around because homegirl is tired. I'm tired, you guys. Like, I'm just so tired. I would like to be able to hold a sentence without taking a deep breath. But that, like I said, that's pretty much what's been going on. If you guys experience any changes, you know, between 34, 35, 36, you want to share with me down in the comments, let's conversate. I'm here for it. But other than that, I'll be back next week to give you guys an update. Hopefully it's an update saying, hey, baby's here, or it's an update giving you an update on more pregnancy drama. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being so patient with me not updating like I'm supposed to. I apologize, but thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'll see you guys hopefully next week with some more updates about pregnancy or an update of baby girl being in my arms. So we'll see. Bye guys.